What is going on, everyone? This is ITalkFortnite here, and in today's podcast, we have a brand new podcast. Episode number 34 of the ITalkFortnite podcast. Welcome, everyone, to the podcast. If you guys do not know, my name is ITalkFortnite. We talk about Fortnite with skins, leaks, rumors, news, etc. here on the podcast. We're live over on Spotify, so if you're listening through us through Spotify, thank you very much. I am actually a YouTube channel, if you do not know. I run a YouTube channel called ITalkFortnite. The podcast will be on Spotify first, and then it should be on YouTube around 2 hours after that. So if you're new over on the channel, make sure you subscribe because I do post content daily. Leaving a like on the podcast definitely lets me know that you guys are enjoying the podcasts. Comment down below any questions you might have for me. I might get to it in a future podcast. Also, if you would like to use me for support a creator, my code is ITalkFortnite. I greatly appreciate everyone using that code. It really does help me out a lot. You can follow me on Twitter over at ITalkFortnite, and you can follow me on Instagram, ICanTalkFortnite. Okay. So, you might notice Pizzo is not with me this time. That's totally fine. I'm recording this podcast on a Monday. I got a few questions about why the podcast wasn't out on a Sunday. Basically, the best way I can describe it is that my server, where I'm allowed to post the podcast on, that goes to Spotify, that goes to like Pandora. I'm trying to get on Pandora, I think, right now. To get the podcast on those websites, you have a certain amount of data you can use. And I was over the data by a lot because the issue is that my first month of hosting the podcast over on my server, I put up like 3 podcasts I had done already. So I had to put up some backup podcasts on there just so people could, listen to those older ones. And I was over my bill. So essentially now I should never have that happen unless my podcast turn into like 3-hour podcasts every single week, I guess, but they're not going to be like that. So we should be fine. The podcast should resume being back on Sundays, but I had to wait an extra day, so I had enough space to do this one podcast. So that's why it was not out on Sunday. I do apologize for that. I actually had a lot of people ask me about it, and I was kind of shocked because I don't know. I feel like with the podcast, it's not like my main thing, and I know it's not my main thing, but I'm glad people like the podcast. That's all I'm saying. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for enjoying the podcast.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
So how we always start off with these podcasts is I always say, what am I doing personally? What have I been doing? So content's been great. We'll talk about the content first, actually. So I made a video on Monday talking about how I got the Max Eternal Night already and how I did it and everything. Pretty simple. Then I talked about the new concert we were getting, as well as a rare skin returning, aka Desperado, as well as some other news. Then the day after that, we talked about... No, actually, I skipped a day. After that, we talked about the Blaze skin coming out soon, and then the concert being tonight, and then the movie night the next night. Also talking about how Fortnite is cracking down on scams and people like saying, hey, if you use my supporter creator code, you get free skins and stuff like that. And I made a serious video about that. As well as that video after that, I made a video talking about why I wore Recon Expert for a month straight. And then finally, yesterday, I made a video talking about the Blaze skin controversy and my thoughts on it. So a lot of content from me this week. I'm very proud of myself for putting out so much content because that's something I like to do. I like to put out content often, and I'm happy about it. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, on Spotify, I do make YouTube content daily. I try to keep it daily in terms of like not just item shop videos, because that's what I'm most known for, is that I post the item shop every single day. Every day the item shop resets, I post a video up just so people can see what the shop is, because the main concern is, why do I do it? Mostly it's because people aren't on Fortnite all the time, or they're not allowed to be on past a certain point, and they just want to know what's in the item shop when they're not on. So then when they can get back on, they know for at least 24 hours that stuff that's in the shop is going to be the same. The shops are always the same for everyone. It's not scaled to like what you do and don't own. That'd be kind of interesting if they did that, but that would completely ruin the item shop videos then. But yeah, what else have I been doing? So that was just my content. What have I been doing personally? I got back into RuneScape. Been playing a ton of RuneScape as of late. I play on 2 different accounts. If you guys do not know, RuneScape is an MMORPG where you basically just level up your character through different skills. You could take down bosses, you could take down mobs, you can create potions, you can woodcut, fire make, smith, mine, farm, run around a lot. Like, there's a lot of different things you can do in RuneScape, and I'm very happy to get back into that game because it's definitely like it's my chill game. It's the game where it's like, okay, I'm just going to play the game. And it's always such a chill time. And what's even better about it is that I almost said Fortnite. RuneScape is a game where you can play it and do something completely different at the same time. It's not a game where you need to 100% focus on everything you're doing. There's some things you do in the game that you have to 100% focus on, but for the most part, not really. So what I've been doing is I've been watching a lot of some shows again. I don't remember if I said in the last podcast we finished up Drake and Josh, but we did finish that up. If you guys didn't know, I've been watching a lot of just Nickelodeon stuff. We watched iCarly, got Drake and Josh done, and now we're on Victorious. And I forgot how funny Victorious is. It is like so, like, I don't know. I think I came across like 2 bad episodes. Everything else I've really been enjoying. It's such a good show, and the music is so good. I listen. The Victorious music track or the soundtrack is pretty good. I like it. It's kind of cheesy, kind of corny, but the beats are there. The sound is there. It sounds good. I like it. What else can I say about it? I actually really like the show as well as I like the music to it. But besides that, that's pretty much everything I've been doing. That's all the plugs. Let's talk about some Fortnite. So I had no topics. I'm going to be honest with you. I had no topics. I'm going to kind of recap what I did this week in terms of the content. I'll kind of like talk about that a little bit more. So we had the concert and it was not great. It was 20 minutes, which is great because the last concert we had was like an hour and people were like, this is so boring. Like, an hour was too long. 20 minutes felt like maybe it was a little too short. I think 30 would have been like the perfect time to stop. It wasn't great. And I don't like being negative because they don't have to do this thing for us. It's free. A concert for free is always a nice thing. I had more fun playing with people in the actual like mode than actually the music. I didn't think the music was super great. It's not my kind of music, but I'm glad that we're getting free entertainment at least. We could talk about the movie night. We had 3 movies, depending on your location. It was The Prestige, Inception, and Batman Begins. And I got Inception, and I tried watching it with my Discord server, and I couldn't see the movie for the entire time because they always kept jumping in front of me. It was a great time. Again, it was kind of more fun just dicking around in Party Royale than it was to actually watch the movie. But watching free movies in Party Royale is a sick idea, and I thought it was very nice of them to do that. Like, man, those movies are kind of violent, and I'm just like, I'm glad Fortnite's like not showing Care Bears or something like that. You know what I mean? Every time we think of Fortnite, I always think it's like for the most kiddie demographic because of all the things I see relating to the game, how it's all like, oh, this game is so childish and all these kids fall for this and that. It's like, I don't know. So I'm glad that Fortnite had some balls, I guess, to like show Batman and Inception, stuff like that, like actual gunshots, people dying on camera. It wasn't graphic, but it was like, I didn't expect Fortnite to like be like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. We could totally do that. I don't know. What else? Fortnite's cracking down on like scams. That's a great thing, honestly. Hopefully they take that more seriously as well. I wore Recon Expert for a month straight. That was fun. I enjoy the Recon Expert skin. I think it's a good skin. And I kind of did that month straight thing just to kind of prove that I did like it. Because why would I wear a skin I don't like for an entire month? Like, that makes no sense to me. I kind of just wanted to prove that I was like, yeah, I like the skin a lot. It wasn't just because it was rare. I like it. Because I was talking about it with a few friends. We were having the discussion again about what the rarest skin is. And in terms of time, I still think it's Pink Ghoul. But I think I have to come to grips that, like, the amount of people that own Aerial Assault Trooper is so low that I think Aerial Assault Trooper just might be the rarest skin in the game. And when the Blaze skin came out, there was conversation about talking about the Aerial Assault Trooper skin. Like, what if that got a molten edit style or a frozen edit style or something like that just because they did this Blaze skin? And I don't know if they would do that because Renegade Raider is one of the rare skins in the game, right? And people like it because it looks good and it's rare. Recon Expert, people only liked it for its rarity. Not everyone, but it seems like a majority of people only liked it for its rarity. And then when it came back, no one liked it, or no one really cared about it. Because after that came out, everyone had it. And then when a few days passed by, I haven't seen anyone really run the skin at all. So I feel like it was just because it was rare. And I think Aerial Assault Trooper kind of fits that same bill. It's rare and people only really want it because it's rare and not because it looks like a good skin. Personally, it's a Season 1 default with a helmet on. That's it. So it's got prestige, it's got original traits to it and everything like that, but do I think it's like the greatest skin ever made? No. If it came out, would I buy it? Yeah, but would I really run it that much? Probably not. There's just not enough going on with it for me to be like, yeah, it's a cool skin. It's just a cool skin because it's so sought after and it's so rare, in my opinion. Nothing wrong for liking things for rarity, because that's another thing I should mention as well. Today, I'm actually getting some Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the mail. Now, if you guys don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, basically it's a card game. I'm not going to go into how you play it because there's a lot of different things with it. But one of the things I loved doing was collecting cards as a kid. And if you guys remember, I don't even know how long ago this was, but Fortnite dropped a trading card thing for Fortnite skins and stuff like that. And I bought two. Wait, did I? I don't know. I think I bought 4 boxes of them. And I opened them up on camera, and they were cool, but there wasn't much wow factor to them. Like, none of them looked super rare. None of them looked like they'd be worth any money. Like, it wasn't really that fun. Yu-Gi-Oh has so many different kinds of cards with them that, like, sorry about my phone. There's so many different, like, versions of cards that cost so much, like, money and stuff like that. And, like, they're actually, like, really fun to collect and stuff like that. So Yu-Gi-Oh has a lot more value to them than, like, say the Fortnite cards. Like, without a doubt, it's no brainer. So with that in mind, there was a new set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that came out, and I bought 2 boxes of them. I should be getting them in the mail today. It's out for delivery, so I should get them out. I should get them today. I will be doing an unboxing video over on my second channel because no one wants to watch Yu-Gi-Oh unboxings on a Fortnite channel. And I'm going to be opening them up, and there's some cards that are worth like over $300 on there. And there's some cards that are worth like 50. That's insanely cool. So when you pull a card and it's worth like 50 bucks, that's like, wow, holy crap, that's insanely cool. So if that video does well, I might buy more boxes because it's kind of fun to just open up boxes again of like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They're just super fun. So super excited for that. But that's really about it. So in terms of topics, like I said, I didn't really have any. So I went on Twitter and I said, any topics you'd like for me to talk about on the podcast? I'm pretty much just going to scroll through them and see what get like the most upvotes so I can kind of like talk about them. Game Shed, Big John, talented artist. He actually made this picture for me, the power cord talking inside the mic. He actually made that render. Really, really cool dude. He said, can you talk about how we really need to get a slapping emote in this game soon? Because I really want to slap 8-Ball on his chrome dome. That would be kind of a funny, like, interactive emote or, like, synced emote or something like that. Maybe. I don't know how they would do it, but that'd be kind of interesting. Thank you, Big John, for that. Log is here said, what do you think Slurp tastes like? Like, it's a soda, I think, but it's so good. It also heals you sometimes, and you can chug it. I think it's like a mix of sparkly water and blueberry taste, but it's also kind of thick like slime. Oh, I don't know. What does it taste like? And then Big John replied saying, I wouldn't recommend trying it. It said Slurp fish contain 4,000% of your daily recommended toxic waste. Okay. Wow. So I guess it's like blue toxic waste. But for whatever reason, it heals you in Fortnite. But I don't know. I don't know. If I had to like guess without the toxic waste thing, I feel like it would be like blue Gatorade with like a thick liquid or something like that. I don't know. That's such an interesting one. I don't really know. Silver Just Chill said season 3 so far. What are my thoughts on season 3? I love the season. I'm level 181 right now. I'm taking it a lot slower right now with this season. I don't want to burn myself out. I'm not burned out, but I don't want to burn myself out. So I've been playing a lot more RuneScape and just watching Victorious, Drake and Josh, all that. And haven't really played too much Fortnite as of late. I've been getting my quick challenges done for like the 14K experience and getting my challenges done and all that. But besides that, I've really been trying to chill out with playing the game too much because I don't want to burn myself out, like I said. I'm working on possibly making a purge game mode in creative. I want to get back into creative and I want to make a really fun game mode. If you guys don't remember, if you guys don't know, what The Purge is. Like, if you guys have never seen the movie, I wouldn't blame you because it's R-rated. Maybe you guys don't know. But I want to see, like, is there like a definition? Okay, so in the film series, the description is The Purge is an American media franchise centered on a series of dystopian action horror films distributed by Universal Pictures. Okay, that is just the description of the movies themselves. I want to talk about, like, what it actually is. I remember people trying to make up that the Purge was actually going to be real, which there wasn't. Okay, like, so for the first ever movie of it, it's a wealthy family is held hostage for harboring the target of a murderous syndicate during the Purge, a 12-hour period in which any and all crime is legal. I'm thinking of making a map in Fortnite Creative where it plays out like the Purge, where, like, one side are like the Purgers, and then the one other side is just like the friendlies, and they need to, like, get to a certain destination and then they win. Something like that. Like, if you guys have ever played Manhunt before, if you ever, not the game, but if you've ever played, like, Manhunt in your neighborhoods, we did that when I lived back in Pennsylvania. We would play Manhunt at night. I don't know if I can find like a description of that at all. Oh, actually I did. A game that is much like hide and go seek, but is considered less juvenile, so is played by older people. Game works best during the night and outside. This is played with two teams who alternate being the hiders and seekers. So essentially it's just dark hide and go seek, honestly. And that's basically it. After wait. After a designated period of wait, the seekers scavenge the predetermined territory for the other team. After a hider is found, rules vary on how to officially tag. He is brought to the area marked as prison. From there, fellow teammates can free him. Game is not over until everyone is found. Note, game eventually causes great chaos and arguments over rules in teams. A playing game is rare. Yeah. Sounds about right. And this guy submitted this back in 2005. Wow. That was a long time ago. Yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds like what it basically is. So I kind of want to make like a game mode like that in creative. I want to get back into Fortnite, but like playing something that won't burn me out. And creative doesn't really burn me out. So I'm totally on board with just making a map like that. I think that'd be really cool. Let's see what this one is right here. Oh, wait a minute. I saw something, but then I guess they deleted it. What currently existing skins do you think would look nice as a Lava Slurp, Dark Kevin, Frozen, or Molten series? Oh, I don't know. A Molten Lil Whip would be sick. Things that like contradict what the skin looks like. Like a Molten Ice Queen would look kind of cool. I think it would. That's a tough one. Molten Stage Slayer would look kind of sick as well, even though Piezo is not a fan of the Molten or Lava whatsoever. So I don't know if he'd like that. But because he's like a rock star. He's on fire. He shreds on the guitar. I don't know. I can't believe Power Chord got a dark version. She didn't need it. I don't think she needed a dark version at all. I don't know if I would have liked a shadow version more for her, but I'm happy that she even got like a dark Power Chord. Like, that's so weird that they even did that. How would I feel about Fortnite increasing BR lobbies to 150 players and creative to 50? I think that'd be great. The map is so big. Would that really be that big of a deal if we increase the player count to 150 in Battle Royale? I think that would actually be... They would need to really work on the loot then. Because I don't know if... I think in 100 loot is kind of scarce. So if they could like bump up the loot and the mat gain, maybe, and have it at 150, that would be kind of cool. But that would take a lot to actually make that work. But that would be sick. And then creative to 50, I mean, they should already do that. Getting 50 people in creative would be a really cool idea to just have fun with people like that. God, what modes could you make that would involve 50 people? I don't know. I mean, could you imagine like that one color Fortnite mode? What is that? Color switch. Could you imagine color switch with 50 people? That would be insane. That'd be really cool. About the 14 days of summer, 1 year ago today, we were already in it. Maybe there's going to be an update announced today. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. We have the 14 Days of Summer last year. We don't have anything right now, but it does look like Fortnite is going to announce an update tomorrow, or it's going to announce an update today for tomorrow. I think that's what they're going to do because Say the World already says there's going to be an update tomorrow, so that's why I'm assuming we're getting an update tomorrow. I hope it's for 14 Days of Summer. Fortnite did say they were taking a 2-week break, and I think during that 2-week break, having 14 Days of Summer just play out would be a fantastic idea. I would absolutely love that. And yeah, the thing I liked about 14 Days of Summer last year, my favorite thing about it was a new thing in the item shop every single day. That was so good. Well, I hit my soda there. That was so good. Absolutely loved when they did that. It didn't always have to be a new skin, but when it was a new skin, it was great. But like every day a new skin was just so cool. Like new items are just great. What do you want from 14 Days of Summer this year? What do you want Epic to do to improve skins? Okay, so what do I even want from 14 Days of Summer if we actually get it? Just new stuff every day. I would love that. Bringing back some LTMs would be great. People have started to notice that LTMs haven't been coming back at all. It's because the Chapter 2 map is different, and the coding for all the limited time modes were made for Chapter 1's map, not Chapter 2's. So they have to like rework all the limited time modes, I think, to make them even work on the new map. So I think that's what they're doing with that. I don't know if we're going to get that, but I would just love a new skin every single day. I think that'd be great. So long as you keep the new skins around for 2 days at least, I would love a new skin every day. That would be great. What do I want Epic to do to improve skins? They're already pretty good. I don't think the skins are necessarily an issue in Fortnite. My issue with things relating to skins is how Fortnite only keeps bringing back the same old every 30 days, and they don't mix it up at all. And I actually have a video coming out this week. I already made the thumbnail for it, talking about Fortnite's philosophy on item shop items. And mostly it's just them bringing back 30-day-old stuff because they know that sells the best. But Fortnite already has like $2 billion in their, like, they've made $2 billion from Fortnite. So why would they worry so much about always selling the best sellers all the time? Like, I know you got to make money somehow. Oh, I just hit a button by accident. That scared the crap out of me. That was Pizzo saying that he looks like a gangster. Sorry about that. That was so random. That actually scared me. Oh my God. You know why I pressed that button is because on my XLR, there's some like protective film and it's starting to bubble up. So I guess I got to remove the film now just because that's going to annoy me. But yeah, the thing I think Fortnite needs to do is they need to improve on what they even put in the item shop and not just like always being the same old every 30 days. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just tired of it. No one wants to see it. If people saw the Raven skin 20 times and they didn't buy it yet, what makes you think they're going to buy it on the 21st time? Like, I know some people want skins to come back that haven't been, well, they've been back, but they just didn't have the money for it. I understand that, but like, my God, there's so many different like things with it where they just don't bring back stuff. It's really weird. So that's what I would like for them to improve, honestly. I don't know exactly. I don't know specific skins I would like to see for for like the summertime. I don't know what I would like to see for like 14 Days of Summer at all. So thank you for your question, Demon. Saint Table said, why Molten Jelly is the best skin ever introduced in Fortnite. Okay. Polar Bear said, how item shops are still bad. Just talked about that. Yeah, they're just boring. People want like unique things to come back, like the Rebel set. Rebel and Revolt, like those robot skins, haven't been back in a while. Hakavat hasn't been back in a while. Everything that I don't have hasn't been back in a while. Like all the pickaxes, gliders. There's so many different niche gliders and pickaxes that just haven't been back in forever. And I'm just like, what's the point in even holding them all back? I really don't understand. Some skins you want to see, or what level are you aiming for this season? I'm aiming for 300 because I'm assuming that's how many banners are going to be made, or going to be 300. The banners still aren't in the game yet. I'm assuming they'll be in this next update. We'll have to wait and see. But that's I think that might be where I'm aiming, is just 300. Because after Internal Night, there's nothing else to grind for except banners. That's it. So I don't know. TikTok and spray contest. I don't know anything about that. They already announced the TikTok winner and the dances in the game. Apparently, was that the, I think that was the, wait a minute. I don't remember. Wait, I don't even know. Well, they already announced the TikTok one. I have no idea about any, wait a minute. TikTok contest. Hold on. Fortnite concert winner. They never like publicly announced it, did they? Did they ever announce the winner to that? Cuz I don't think they did. Here's a website talking about it. But what about the winner? I have no idea. People are saying it was the dynamic shuffle. I don't think that's what it was. I don't know. Did they ever pick a winner on that? I don't actually know. I have zero idea. So yeah, and I don't think they ever announced the spray winner either. So I don't even know who won the spray one at all. No idea. How would I fix the item shop? Make it so they do the, well, that'll be a video this week. I don't want to, like I said, just stop with all the 30-day-old stuff. Like, it's fun to do that every so often, but to do it like the majority of the shops every day is kind of annoying. The good thing though is that a lot of the things they do when they do bring back stuff from 30 days ago, they will typically always bring something new out with it, which I always like, because something new is always really good. Here, give me 1 second. Here. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to change myself in the seat because I'm just getting kind of I was starting to hurt a little bit. I was sitting in a weird position. Something small, but I would love to hear your take on why the basketball skins don't have any styles, but every other sports skin does, except the baseball. Yeah, I don't know. It's because Triple Threat and Jump Shot weren't made to be customizable, right? Yeah, you think they'd be, at least the numbers, like you'd imagine that they would allow you to actually change the number would be nice, but they don't even allow that. I think they might eventually come out with NBA skins. I remember I made that video on what happened to Triple Threat and Jump Shot because you couldn't access both those skins for a little bit of time because they changed the SID name on them, meaning they put the SID name through the game and they took out the one for Jump Shot and Triple Threat because they changed the name of it, and they didn't put the new one in. So when they took that old SID out and didn't put the new SID in, they forgot Triple Threat and Jump Shot. Their new SID wasn't even in the game, so when they did it, they came back. I remember that a lot of people were really wondering, like, you know, where are these? Like they weren't even in the locker anymore. But that was kind of a dead giveaway that, like, okay, they're gonna come out with a new basketball set. And I predicted it was NBA, and it turns out it wasn't. It was actually the Nike brand, the Jordan skins was actually what the new basketball related skins were, even though it's not like NBA or anything. Would like NBA skins without a doubt. And I think they could still do that if they choose to. I still want NHL skins. Baseball skins would be cool too. Just saying, like actual like if we actually got NHL skins, if we got MLB skins, would love it. Someone wanted me to talk about the Blaze skin. Didn't even talk about the Blaze skin yet. I like it. In the video I talked about with like the controversy was really just around a small few people on Twitter that were saying that they were annoyed that the skin came out. Majority of people really like the skin. Majority of people really don't care that this is like annoying some few players regarding it looking like Renegade Raider. I kind of made the video seem like a lot of people were like that. I guess I sometimes just see, sorry, I'm just taking off my hat. I feel like what I see on Twitter is almost like the majority. So when I see a few people coming out with like statements saying like the Blaze skin looks too much like Renegade Raider or all this and all that, I kind of just, I try to put myself, I try to put myself in both people's shoes. The people that don't own Renegade Raider and the people that do. Right. I try to put them two together and I try to like talk for both sides. And it does seem like the majority just like the skin and don't think it ruins Renegade's Raider. It doesn't ruin Renegade Raider's like look, and it doesn't like make the Renegade Raider skin look. It doesn't make the Renegade Raider skin any less rare. If anything, this kind of makes it even more rare because now you see so many blazes running around. The amount of times you're going to see a Renegade Raider is going to be even less because more people are running Blaze. But if you want to look at a skin that looks a lot like Renegade Raider, you're going to see a ton of that in your games as of late. And I did run Blaze for a little bit when it came out because I could take off Recon Expert now. And I saw so many people running it, I switched it off. Too many people are running it right now. I just wouldn't recommend running. If you're someone like me that likes running different things and doesn't like running what everyone else is running, I'd actually highly recommend you don't run that skin, honestly, because I don't think it's really that. It's not special right now. Like, yeah, it's super cool and super like fun to run with and everything because it's essentially a season 1 skin, just like Molten version. But if you want to look unique on the playing field, running that skin is like the last thing you should do because it just looks so similar to the Renegade Raider and everyone else is running it. That's just my opinion on it. But overall, I like the skin a lot. It's really cool. Not unique, but still really cool. How about Fortnite unvaulting items during this season? I mean, in updates. I wouldn't mind it if they did that for the 14 days of summer. I think they unvaulted, if I remember correctly, didn't they unvault one weapon every day for 14 days of summer last summer? That could be something they do. I'd like that. Let's see. Is there any chance... Wait. Is there any chance for any celebration with a anime? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. Like, is there like, would there be like an event tied to like an anime? I think the closest thing Fortnite would ever do is with you know, the Razor and Kurohuramura, the Battle Breaker stuff. That's not really anime. That's more like just, it kind of gives off an anime feel to it, I guess. I don't really know. But actually, it looks like my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are actually just arrived. I'm actually going to pause the recording for now, and then I'll be right back. And we are back. This is actually the first ever podcast where I took a break in the middle of it. Ah, man, just wanted to take a shower, get my mail and all that. I did get the cards, and I will be unboxing them probably either today or tomorrow over on the second channel because they are Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't think a Fortnite channel, as I said before, I don't think a Fortnite YouTube channel wants to see me open up a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? So I'll post them over on the ITF channel. But continuing on with the Twitter suggestions here, we have one saying, how Epic has forgotten about Save the World. Latest example, the Nightshade skin makes you immune to various projectile husks attacks. Really? This was discovered 18 hours ago. It's still not disabled, even though it's kind of pay to win. That is pretty interesting. I don't know. They have a small dev team. I wish they cared for it more. I wish they just increased the dev team size. That's really the issue, is that they don't have enough people on the team to actually make it work better. So I don't know. But again, we should be getting an update tomorrow. If I actually check my tweet deck, I don't want to hear the random noise. They did not tweet anything about it just yet, but I expect to see it sometime in the near future. Anyway, see what else we got here. Will there be more Molten skins? For example, Molten Aerial Assault Trooper. I would assume we might get more. The artist behind the Blaze skin actually said, would people like to see more Molten Frozen skins in the game? And I would like it. Yeah, I wouldn't be too upset about it. I mean, not be too upset about it. I wouldn't mind it. They're not original. It's just slapping a Molten Lava version of a skin on top of the original. If they can make it creative, I wouldn't mind it. Thoughts on the Ghost Pack that might be coming out? I know you talked about it a day or two after the Season 3 update, but now it's been a week. What would you like to know? I would like to know if there was any updates. Nothing. There's no updated thoughts I have with it. All I'm saying is that it might actually not be... It might not be a pack. They might just sell it all separate because there's no picture. There's like nothing that came out that shows all three together. They're all separate. So if they sold all that separately, that's like $45 for what could be like a $20 pack. We'll have to wait and see. No idea though. Those are my thoughts on it though. They're really cool. I can't wait to get them when they come out, but that's all I got. If you could make your own item shop, what would you put in it and why? I actually made a Reddit post about that. Let me see if I can find the picture. obviously this is a podcast, so you won't be able to see it, but I did make, here, I did make something where it shows the shop. I have, in the featured, I have Reflex set coming back, because I personally love the Reflex set. While I do already have it, I would still love to see this come back because it's a good set, and a lot of people do want it back. And then on the next featured item slot, we have the Gumshoe set, or the detective skins. Nuere, Gumshoe, and Sleuth, as well as the Viscery Mark 1 glider and the Magnifying Axe harvesting tool. Bring that entire set back. Fortnite needs to bring back older sets. Sometimes they'll split the sets up and put them in the daily, but I want like some old entire sets to come back. I think that'd be a nice thing for Fortnite to do. In the daily, I have Pink Flamingo, Snow Squall glider, Battle Barn wrap, Synth Star skin, Sunflower, and Verge. I would throw an emote or two in there. I kind of forgot about the emotes, not gonna lie. I would just like to have more variety. That's all I would like. Is that too much to ask? How Bushranger is the best skin in the game. It's fine. It might be the next fish stick. It might get some edit styles like during the holidays. I would love to see like maybe a summer version of him. Maybe I would love to see a Christmas tree version. Can we please get that as an edit style just with him with some lights around him? Would love that. That'd be great. Should talk about illegal V-Bucks and an option to rebuy the item that was removed from your account with your own V-Bucks, or about getting shark tooths and people. Okay. I wanted to talk about this. I literally mentioned this not long ago in the Discord, and I think, oh my God, I wanted to talk about this for a separate video. So if you guys do not know, there's a way to obtain illegal V-Bucks through stolen credit cards on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know how it works, but I know it's a thing. And people have been losing their skins because they have their gifts open. So I'll give you an example here, right? Recon Expert, I got that gifted. That wasn't gifted with illegal V-Bucks. I don't think it was. I doubt it was. But if it was, they'll do these things where they go in waves and they just take people's cosmetics away that were used to buy them with stolen credit cards. That's a good thing. I don't want stolen credit cards to be able to purchase cosmetics. If it's with illegal money, I don't want people to be able to buy that. I totally understand that. But here's the issue, is that if someone gifts you a skin with illegal V-Bucks, right? And then it gets revoked from your account, you did nothing wrong. The person gifted you the skin or whatever with illegal V-Bucks. What do? You can't do anything. You can't get the skin back. You can't buy the skin by yourself unless it comes back into the item shop, right? There's someone on Twitter by the name of Sharktooths who makes great Fortnite skin designs and everything. And he made the Boxer and the Boxy skins, right? He got refunded one of those two skins because the person that gifted him the skin used illegal V-Bucks. The creator of the skin lost his own skin due to this. Now, that makes sense. You don't want people to be using illegal money or illegal stolen credit cards to buy cosmetics and gift them to people. Now, the problem with this is that he lost the skin. He made his own skin. And guess what? It hasn't been back in the item shop. He doesn't even have his own creation on his account because of that. And that is honestly sad to me. And if I look on fmbr.co, 84 days ago, it was in the item shop 84 days ago. It's not in the 30-day rotation. That's terrible. There needs to be a way that if you are refunded a skin or something, right? Because the person that gifted it to you used illegal V-Bucks, there needs to be a setting where you can just buy it. Right then and there, just buy it. Be like, okay, I understand. Give me 24 hours. I will buy the skin myself. And then you just give them the skin then if they spend real money. That would make sense. Also, he mentions here in the post here, Shark Tooths and people that got the skin concept in the game not getting it for free like Ninja and Loser Fruit. The people that make skins in the game, right? I'm talking Fantasy Fool, who made the Pinky skin, the Aura skin, and the Guild skin. Shark Tooths, who made Boxy and Boxer, right? Those skins. They should get the skins for free. Without a doubt. No questions asked. I know they get paid for their concepts, okay? They do. But just give them the skins for free. Because what if their skin comes out and then it gets gifted to them and then they lose it because it was with illegal V-Bucks and then it doesn't come back again? How is that fair? It's not. So I suggest two different things. Well, actually, two things I want to be done. Artists that make skins should get the skin for free. As soon as it's in the files and it's not decrypted and it's in the game, like in the game files, they should get it for free and early. You made the skin, you should get that privilege. The other thing I would do is I would make it so their name is mentioned in the description of the skin. I don't see that being a problem. I don't see that being a problem. This is going to be a video. This probably will be a video this week. There shouldn't be a problem with that. You mention artists' names when you do the loading screens. So why can't you do that for the skins that were made by the community in your game, like for the skins and stuff? I think that'd be a good idea. I'm just saying that shouldn't even be a problem. It's extra effort, but I would do that. The fact that Ninja and Loserfruit got their skins early and for free, there's no excuse for not giving those people that made those skins for you to get them for free and early. Just saying. There should be they should get that. Am I wrong? Am I overthinking that? Am I being too much, like, am I being greedy when I say that the people that made their own skins should get them for free and early, like everyone else that got their own skin in the game, like Ninja and Loserfruit? No hate to them, by the way, not at all. I'm just saying, why is it okay for them to get it for free and early, but the artists have to buy them again, or no, buy them just in general, and they don't get any credit in the description of the skin or anything? Do they think that's going to ruin the skin somehow? I don't know. Should you be able to give people V-Bucks when you already own, which you already own, to give to someone else? For example, you could give 500 V-Bucks in your account and you could transfer some 300 straight from your account so they could buy a skin. I think it kind of comes down to the illegal V-Buck thing, how they don't want people to be able to trade money like that. So I don't think they would ever do anything like that. What if there was a feature in Fortnite where you could see how much time you played with each skin? This was mentioned on Reddit a while ago, and I thought it was super pointless. But now that I think about it, that would be actually kind of a cool thing. They were able to track what your favorite skin was back in those season recaps. They were able to say, oh, this was your skin, this was the skin you ran the most. And I think one season I ran either Mogul or Alpine Ace the most. I forgot which version, but it was one of them. And you know, that's cool that they can track that. I would love for that to be a thing in the game. If you could track how long you've run a certain skin for. Because if they can do that, we should get that. That would be sick. I would love that. Actually, really cool idea. Talk about my favorite skins and why. My favorite skins change every week. I've had people tell me, why don't you make a top 10 favorite skins video? It changes all the time. I don't have any set, like, mains, I guess you could say. Like, I love Travis Scott. Power Chord's great. I like Recon Expert a lot. I do. Ghoul Trooper's great. Suki's great. There's a lot of good skins out there. I just don't want to limit them down because I have too many that I like, and my mood on them changes every so often. Like, every time I see, like, people run a skin, more often than not, I'll switch my skin up. Like, that's just how I am. So, I don't know. 14 Days of Summer predictions, already did that. Thank you so much. Isn't Perfect Shadow also a reskin? Perfect Shadow. Is that what his name is? I always thought that's what his name... I mean, I have the skin. I don't know why I'm even saying that. Yeah, his name is Perfect Shadow. The one that looks like the Cloak Shadow. That's it. His name is actually Perfect Shadow. That's kind of a sick name, actually. Perfect Shadow. I don't like Perfect Shadow because the white is way too bright and the black is way too dark. You can't put anything on this guy. He looks intimidating and cool, but I hate the shadow stuff. It looks too bright. It's just way too bright. The colors contrast so weirdly with every other back bling and stuff. So, yeah. All right, here's someone with a bunch of questions. What is your opinion on Yeehall? She's top 10 rare. I think Yeehall is extremely overpriced, and there's not much going on. It's a Giddy Up skin, except you change the character model and you change the color of the llama inflatable. $15, no back bling. Extremely overpriced. Like, without a doubt, this was one of the worst skins they made. I mean, I love the charm of it, and I like how the community kind of rallies behind it. But besides that, there's really not much else going on with Yeehaw at all. She is like the definition of a flex skin, in my opinion. What would you have done to improve Season X? Never introduce the max. Tack or charge? I like the charge. I like both, though. Favorite before you buy from Pizzo. Oh, I mean, I love the Power Core one. That one's a classic. But my favorite before you buy from him, I love this Travis Scott one because he goes so in detail. You know what? I'm going to say Travis Scott. His Travis Scott one was probably my favorite, without a doubt. Favorite new POI from Season 3? Caddy Corner. And his mains are Yeehaw and Bash. Interesting skins. Interesting. What LTMs would you like to have come back? Disco Domination, Floor is Lava, Air Royale, 50v50, Food Fight, Slide maybe. Even though I wasn't really the big fan of Slide. I don't know. They could do a bunch that I would like. Creative wish list. I don't have anything on the top of my head besides just importing all the stuff from the other modes we just had last season, like the payload, the voice lines. Port all of that to creative, please. I would love that. 4th of July expectations. I don't know. I hope we get a bunch of stuff for 4th of July. I mean, last year, all we got was edit styles for the 2 Star Spangled Trooper and Ranger skins, which they were already in Save the World. They both got back bling sold separate, which were also, I think, from Save the World, and a fireworks wrap, which is sick, but that's it. I hope we get more. If you can make your own storyline, how would it go? I have zero idea. I don't know. Thoughts on the charged shotgun? I don't mind it. I think it's chill. It's a little inconsistent, but shotguns have always been inconsistent if you really think about it. Let's see. Someone says they have a concept. River Raft can go extremely fast down rivers and is a one-person mobility item that spawns at those little campsites. I would love if you see this. Have a good day. Thank you. What is that? Kristen LTZME. Hopefully I said your name correctly. That doesn't sound like the worst idea. We already have so much mobility right now with those whirlpools and everything. I mean, pros are complaining there's too much mobility right now, which is, we always complain. It's either too much or too little or not at all. I don't know. We'll never be satisfied with this game. What skins should get edit styles or reskins? That'll be a video this week, actually. Can you talk about the water sinking on the map? Should be happening very soon. I think it's a cool idea that they're actually doing that. I did hear that every update, they're going to lower the water more and more. And yeah, I think that's a really, really cool concept, honestly. Epic should bring back old item shops, mainly items that were rarely given a chance, like Shadow Puppet, maybe, Flapper, obviously, Vibin, Fresh, Tidy, Radiant Striker, Hyperion, Royal Dragon, and all the unpopular stuff, and just keep the popular items out for a while. I think they should do both. I think they should keep the popular items in there, but then mix it up with all the things you just said. I think that'd be great. You mentioned like half the stuff I actually don't have because they just stopped bringing those stuff out. This is true. What's your favorite rare skin at the moment? Favorite rare skin at the moment? Oof, I don't know. I really am happy that well, not really happy, but I do hope that Giddy Up does come back though. That and like the Reflex set, I would love for them to come back. The pump needs to make a return. Sure. A lot of people want the pump to come back. I wouldn't be upset if you just made it so you can make the charged shotgun into a pump. I think that'd be a great idea. Let's see. When will Summer Drift and Beach Bomber come back? Probably in July. The Flint Knock should return. It would give us the fun aspect that Fortnite's been lacking recently. I think the game's fun. I don't think you necessarily need the Flint Knock to have fun with the game, but it would be nice to just see it come back. I agree. The fact that the Kiss the Cup emote hasn't returned since World Cup, but it isn't part of the World Cup 2019 set. I think they said that emote was exclusive to World Cup. Even though it's not on the same set, I think that's exclusive to that. I could be wrong, though. And if it's not exclusive to it, then that means they won't bring it back until the next World Cup, probably. Let's see. Don't you think green skin should have 2 edit styles, rare skin should have 2 edit styles, epic skin should have 3 edit styles, and legendary skin should have 4 to match their cost? I don't necessarily think edit styles need to exist on certain skins. I don't think every skin needs an edit style. We already have a lot of skins that have edit styles. The way they handle the legendary and epic thing, it's all by head. It's not like they have this, so that makes them a legendary. Even Overwatch's art team even said that. They're like, yeah, our skins, we think the skins that have this, like, this much effort put into them and that we like a lot should be epic. Or, I'm sorry, legendary. Like, I remember the May skin they got for 2016's Christmas, like a long time ago. People complained that the May skin was a legendary, even though it was really plain. It was just her in a Santa outfit. And when she did her cryo freeze, it was a snowman. And they thought it was a legendary, but people thought it was an epic. It's kind of weird. Fortnite decides all of that. Fortnite thought back in season 3, Power Chord was a legendary. Now in like season 9 or season X, Riot is a rare without a back bling. This is just kind of how it is. I don't think they necessarily need to have more edit styles on like the higher rarity skins, but they need to give edit styles to skins that are a hard sell for people to convince them to buy those skins. I think that's what they need to do. How messed up the locker rarity system looks. It's all scaled by their own encode legendary. So Deadpool is a legendary skin in the files rather. He's a legendary skin. That's why he's ahead with the legendary skins and not with the other DC Marvel stuff. He's not with Cable and he's not with like the 2 other skins because those are coded as epic and he's coded as legendary. It should all just be coded as Marvel and that would make more sense. Do you think Fortnite is going to hold on to some skins to make them rare? Well, they already do that without a doubt. They actually already do that. And he says, keep up the content. I've been using your code when I buy skins, glider traps. Thank you so much, Green, by the way. Thank you. They absolutely hold on to some skins just to make them rare. And again, everyone's like, rarity doesn't matter. Why do you care about rarity? It's part of the game, dude. It is. I don't really get that anymore. I think in the beginning of the game, when I started making content, people were really harping me on it. Not so much anymore. It's just a part of the game to own rare items and what rare things are. It's what makes money for Fortnite. If something's rare, people want it more because they don't have it and they can have it until they bring it back. What is your opinion on XP and challenges this season? I think they're good. I don't like how the XP doesn't like get higher the more you do on a punch card. The fact that destroying like 10,000 trees or opening 10,000 chests is just 14,000 experience is terrible. That is dumb. My opinion. It's dumb. Why Fortnite removes pumps? They always bring them back, but they always bring them back. It's annoying. I think they're just testing. They're just trying something new. The charge isn't terrible. What do you expect from the cars? I expect them to be fun. That's what I expect them to be. I'm curious to know your opinion about the charge shotgun, the mythics, and the new boss locations. I think they're fine. They balanced out the mythics a lot more this season, so I'm happy about that. Pete Ellis asked if we want to see more series outfits. What are some you think would be cool? I already answered that, but yeah, absolutely. Pete Ellis is the guy who makes he's like the art director, supervisor. Really cool dude. And yeah, he said, who wants to see more outfits that have like series to them? They could do a few. I don't know exactly what they could do off the top of my head, but I think that's a really cool thing that there is like, want to see more series outfits. Can I talk about the Dr. Disrespect rumors? Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't even mention that one time. So if you guys don't know, Dr. Disrespect is a really popular streamer on Twitch. Mysteriously gets banned on Twitch. He doesn't even know why. That's about it. This kind of makes Twitch look bad because Twitch hasn't said anything about it. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. It's very strange. Ghost and Shadow edit styles for the Hush, Chaos Agent, and Wildcard. I think they're cool. Those skins in general. I can't wait for them to actually come out into the item shop when they do. I'm worried that they might not be sold in a pack. They should be because they're just reskins, but maybe they're just going to be sold separate. We'll have to wait and see. Blaze skin ain't that good. It's overrated. Yeah, it's overrated. Still think it's pretty good though. A skin can be good and overrated at the same time. How hard the punch cards are for little rewards. They're good. They're not hard. It's just they take time. They just take a lot of time. When you move more and more into them, it's harder. It's definitely harder. Give your opinion on what items do you... Oh, I already did that. Yeah, about the birthday event. I don't know what we're getting for that. I would love to see the 2 skins from Save the World make it into BR for their birthday. I think that'd be great. Inconsistency of XP this season. I kind of already talked about that in my video about the Eternal Night and how it's faster to level up starting from level 100 than it is from like level 18. I think it's kind of dumb. The Fortnite community can't get along. I always see glimpses where it has like when we got the autumn wrap, but on a daily, like the skins or concepts, people get hateful. Maybe it's just because I'm an old Fortnite player at 30. Everyone can have opinions on skins, but why do we gotta hate? There is you know what it is? I think it's because there's a lot of, I don't know. There's just a lot of fighting that goes on with the community. It's just kind of how it is. I don't know. I feel you though. I think that's kind of dumb that people kind of fight about a lot of things. I wish it wasn't like that. How many copies of Madden 08 do I have? I think I have 1 for 360. Bad skins that you think edit styles should greatly improve the skins, kind of like Moisty Merman. Yeehaul needs a back bling and some edit styles. Flytrap needs an edit style and a back bling. That's about it that I can think of off the top of my head. Since the talk of Siphon in pubs has not been mentioned for a while, do you think that Siphon in pubs would work in this meta? Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to say maybe. Maybe. Could you talk about how they should do a cosmetic update at one point? Just like only for cosmetics where they go through all the items and fix anything that needs fixing? Yeah, I think that'd be a kind of a cool idea. I'd like that, Matt. I think that'd be a good idea. Will Pokey ever come back in the item shop? I don't know. I don't control that. Maybe. I would love to see it come back. It's a great emote, but I don't know. I don't know. The icon skins and emotes are so mixed that I don't really know. I'm not entirely sure what to think about like the releasing on like the releases they do on those are very weird. That's all I'll say. The charge shotgun, and if you believe it's overall a good decision for the game, they'll get rid of it next season. I'll tell you right now, they're going to get rid of it next season. The 3 back bling pack, I talked about that in a video a long time ago. Well, not really a long time ago, back when like Search and Destroy was popular, about like forgotten items of Fortnite. I like rewatching my old videos, and that's one that I always like going back to, just talking about like the forgotten items in Fortnite. Talk about iCarly songs. There wasn't too many iCarly songs in the show. Victorious has bangers though, without a doubt. You're never gonna see this. Well, too bad I just did. Back blings are becoming more lazy. More of them are backpacks, and Renegade's new one is just a reskin. Yeah, I've said this before about like the Chapter 2 Season 1 skins. The back blings all look the same thing, and I'm like, I don't know. I just run my signature 6-string most of the time, so I get it. We need more male skins with blonde hair that isn't a Jonesy reskin. Surely I'm not the only one who thinks this. I feel like we kind of get it. I don't know though. There's a fish stick Fortnite squirt gun. Cool. Not gonna buy that. Do you think the loser fruit skin will come back? She posted under one of her video that it will never be again in the shop. Wow, really? I didn't know that. I think it has a chance to come back. I don't think it's like, I remember Ninja said like, oh, Ninja's never come back after this. I don't believe that at all. They can do whatever they want with the item shop. So I don't know if I believe that. Hopefully it comes back though. That'd be dumb if they just didn't bring that back out. I love this one. 14 Days of Summer Ideas. Already talked about that. And Blaze staying in the shop for 2 days when most new skins only get 1. Yeah. Go figure. I don't know. They just knew people would love the Blaze skin. It's sad to see that, like, when they see a new skin and then they put it in the shop and their first thought is, yeah, it's only going to stay for a day because no one is going to like it. That's so sad. That's so sad. When Dark Vanguard returned, she had a mask off glitch. That's been a thing that's been happening for a while now. Hopefully they just make that in edit style to just like kind of have the visor up and then one where you could just take the helmet off. I think that'd be cool. What do I think will be in the next update? I have zero idea, but it should be a pretty big one, I would assume. Let me check my Twitter again really fast just to see if they announced an update. They did not. They did not. Actually, someone that I liked their art post actually got retweeted by Fortnite Creative. I love to see Fortnite Creative just being so kind to the community with stuff like that. It's just really cool. And someone just actually posted a Molten X-Lord concept. God, this community is super, super creative with like almost like everything. They're just, you guys are so talented. Seriously. Let's see. Police cars were removed from the map in the version 13 update due to Black Lives Matter. I don't know if I believe that. I think they took them out because of the cars just going to be in the game. In my opinion, I didn't think people wanted a way to be able to drive police cars because I think that would have just set a bad image, I guess. I mean, at the same time, two cars driving and shooting each other, even if they were just normal cars, looks kind of sus. But yeah, I don't know if that was because of that. I think they were already going to remove them anyway due to just being able to drive cars anyway. I don't know if I fully believe that. They never came out and said that. They're probably not going to. But cop cars aren't the reason why I play Fortnite, so it really doesn't affect me too much. Let's see. This skin is called Freestyle. I see that. I own it myself. The last time it came out was early in Season X. I would want it to be... Oh, no. I would want it to be OG, but I would love to see more people with this on. The Major Lazer skin made this unnoticed. Talk about this so it can be noticed. I think you mean rare. And yeah, all right, he meant rare. He said, oh, okay. He just wants me to talk about the Freestyle skin. It's a nice skin. She's got like a glove hair for the one edit style, like the green. Nah, it's not even a green. It's like a turquoise, white, and black. It's a really cool skin. I should run it more. I think it's cool. But yeah, did that like get overshadowed by Major Lazer? I wouldn't be surprised if it did. It probably did. But I talked about a lot of Twitter suggestions. Now we're going to go into the weekly item shop recap brought to you by Spotify. We are on Spotify. Okay, so starting off with the item shops, we're actually going to go back a bit because I did miss, we did miss a day because I'm doing this podcast on a Monday. We have Loser Fruit Bundle in here. I don't, this is the, was this the first time Loser Fruit was out, the 21st? Or the 22nd, rather. I think it was. Loser Fruit Bundle. And great set. Great set. We had Tempest come back after, what is that, like 46 days. I'm not going to talk about the days, honestly, unless it's like really low because I'm going to lose my breath doing that. But yeah, seeing Loser Fruit in the shop was really cool. Whiteout, yeah, we had Whiteout back, excuse me. Spring Loaded, never see anyone run Spring Loaded or Whiteout. Plunja, I like how they put Plunja in this shop with Loser Fruit, even though that's kind of like Ninja's pickaxe. They like kind of sell that alongside Ninja. It's kind of weird. Studded Axe, Envoy, and the Rage Quit emote all came back on this day. Majority of people liked the shop. Then June 24th, we had Zero come back. Loser Fruit still in the shop. We had the Haze set as well as the Sandstorm and Scimitar set back. We had the Dynamic Fire Wrap, which was perfect with Loser Fruit, by the way. Sorry about my phone again. The Steam Demote, we have the Ribbon Dancer as well. And we also have Payback, Elmira, and the Full Tilt emote. So we actually did have quite a few decent things in the shop that day, I would say. And that, sorry about my phone again. I'm so sorry. Let's see what else here. We have on the, let's see here. Okay, I'm sorry about that. The 23rd, we have the Chomp Senior skin with the Loser Fruit set. Again, Loser Fruit stayed in the shop for only 3 days, it looks like. Only 3 days it was only in the item shop for. Chomp Senior was back after like 45 days. Sorry, I had people over, so I had to be a little bit more quiet. Chomp Senior was out 45 days ago. Chomp Senior is actually kind of one of those unique skins from, like, I believe it was season 5 we had the Chomp Senior skin. And I think the skin itself is interesting. The back bling isn't anything to write home about. It's just all right, to me at least. Nice to see you back. Riley's back after, I think, like, what is that, 44 days? I really don't like Riley. Red Jade's also in the item shop. She's in the featured again. I don't get how Red Jade could be in the featured because she doesn't have a set. It's just her. I get the skin's like popular and everything, but the issue I have with it is that I never see anyone run it anyway. So I don't really know. Also, we had the new Waddle Away emote, which is fine. It's fine. It's passable. I'm glad we're getting new emotes because I feel like we don't get too many new emotes now because of the pandemic. I feel like with the pandemic, it made it really hard for them to mocap emotes. So I think they haven't been able to put as many emotes out due to that. So I think that's why we haven't seen as many emotes. So I'm happy to see more come out. Because I can't imagine them mocapping emotes in their house. I don't know if that would work. Would that work? I don't know. It's amazing to me that they're doing this from home. It's pretty cool. High Rise Assault Trooper coming back. Very clean default skin like it. Have a Seat came back. This comes back almost every 2 weeks. It's passable. Great emote, but like comes back too much. Frosty Glow coming back after like 69 days. Been a while. Burnout, Sizzling. Decent shop on the 24th, and majority of people hated it. Kind of hard with these people. June 24th, we had the Deadfire set come back. And, oh, we had so much on this shop. I forgot about it. Deadfire, Desperado, Frontier, Rustler, Double Cross, Manic again, Rio Grande, Nightlife, Growler, Flapjacky. This shop was insane. Like, it was a real, like, there was 4 featured slots. And this raised the question, should Fortnite just do 4 featured slots? And honestly, I think that'd be a great idea. I'd like to see more. We also have the Sharky wrap, which is brand new. It's not amazing. It's okay. It's okay. June 25th, we had Deadfire, and everything was still in the shop for the concert. And we had Infinity come back, which is fine. We also had Complex come back, which I love the Complex. That's very, very good. We had Crimson Elite and Scarlet Commander come back as well. Sparkplug, see it all the time. Feeling Jaunty, Knee Slapper. Dark Vanguard came back after 100 and what is that, 56 days? Very cool to see that come back. But I didn't even mention this. I'm so sorry. I had to change like my tone and everything, but I completely forgot that we got the Desperado skin coming back after 524 days. That's insane. He doesn't look like a cowboy at all. I don't know why they brought him back for a cowboy-oriented concert because he's not a cowboy at all. Just my opinion on it. June 26th, we had the Spider Knight set come back. I'm tired of seeing these guys. I'm sorry. They just come back all the time, and I really do not see the appeal. I don't see anyone even running it. Wildcard coming back after 57 days. Really random, again. Dark Bomber coming back after 30 days, as you see them back all the time. What else do we have here? The whole set with Wildcard is really cool. Safecracker Glider, as well as the I think it's called, the Diamonds wrap. It's just all the wraps together, but for whatever reason, the code name is just Diamonds. I don't know why. The funniest thing, I was correct. So the pickaxes, Cupid's Daggers, used to be called Cupid's Dagger, and then they added an S at the end of it. Is it because I mentioned that before in item shop videos? I have zero idea. But now it's called Cupid's Daggers. And on this website, fmbr.co, it still says Cupid's Dagger. So that's pretty interesting. Bold Stance coming back. It's a fine emote. Premium Moves coming back. It's a fine emote. 19 days ago is really bad, though. Snorkel Ops after 22. Again, pretty bad, even though it's a good skin. Hot Stuff after 26. Not great. Slingshot after 37 isn't terrible. And then we had the new SOS wrap, which is a rustic metallic wrap, basically. It's very, very good. I like this wrap a lot. It's very creative. Glad we have a wrap like that. Then on The 28. Wait a minute. Was I going a day ahead? I think I was. The days on here are really weird. Are these incorrect? Wait a minute. This is. I think I'm confusing myself here. The 28th. No. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was correct. The 27th, we got the Blaze skin. Brand new skin. Looks like Renegade Raider. A lot of people love it. Some people upset about it. I still think it's a really cool skin. Yes, it's kind of lazy. I don't care. It's really cool. Deadeye coming back after 33 days. Not a fan of it. It keeps coming back too much. Same with Big Chuggas. There's so much like they keep bringing back the same old 30-day stuff, and you make your shops very boring when you do that. And I'm tired of it. I want the shops to be better, but I don't think they're gonna make them better until I don't know. Until everyone stops buying these skins, I guess. Even though I never see Big Chuggas ran. I don't ever see Big Chuggas ran. That's just me. Maverick coming back. Billy Bounce, Glitter, Sunsprout. Sunsprout's super sweaty. Brute Gunner coming back after 23 days. Oh, that's not good. The whole shop is pretty bad, but Blaze is like the best thing in the shop. Like Blaze is the thing people need to focus on because it's just so good. Highly nostalgic. And then you have the 28th item shop, which is Blaze, Raptor, Velocity, Dark Rex, Dark Triceratops. I haven't used the Dark Dino Bones one time. They look aggressive, but I haven't used them once. It's so weird to see that the Dark Rex set has been in the item shop 9 times. That's crazy. And it hasn't even been an entire year yet since the set was out. That is ridiculous. There's so much stuff they keep bringing back, and it's just crazy to me. Hitman, after 45 days, came back. Great set. Love it. Raptor and Velocity, I see these guys all the time as well. These guys come back kind of almost too often for my liking here. We got the Slurp Wrap again 30 days ago. Typical, I guess. Daydream after 27. Brawler after 20. Slow Clap after 21. Assault Trooper after 35. And then Icebreaker after 25. So, yeah, the shops have been not great, but we've been getting new items almost every single day this week, which is fantastic. I'm glad the shops are giving us new stuff because that's what's saving these shops to actually make them fairly decent, in my personal opinion. And those were the shops from the weekly item shop recap. So there you go. Okay, so now we're going to do the Q&A on the last podcast. I apologize that I have to be quiet. It's just I have to be a little bit lower. Hopefully this doesn't severely change the mood of the podcast at all. But anyway. From Nitro, he says, I think we need more punch cards. I mean, there are many ideas that haven't been used yet, like destroying rocks, kills with weapons of different rarities. Kill loot sharks. I'm surprised we don't even have that, honestly. Healing shield supplies used and destroying vehicles. I think that's a really good point. There's a lot more they could have done with the punch cards, but I think, what is it, like 49 punch cards? I think that's already a lot. But I could see them adding more in the future. I just wish they scaled the XP with the more you do it. Like, you shouldn't get 14,000 experience for opening 10,000 chests. That's a little ridiculous to me. From Tamasoda, he says, clickbait sucks. Also, this must have taken a long time to upload. The YouTube version of the podcast takes forever. That's why I'm going to recommend, if you guys want to hear the podcast first, to check out the Spotify. It updates very fast over on Spotify. I would highly recommend you listen to them there first before checking it out on YouTube. From Cup of Tea X, he said, RPGs are still in the game. I haven't seen any, and I've played over 50 games. Getting 300 damage with grenades was torture. Yes, they're only available from Marauders. They're not from supply drops anymore. And Marauders aren't even guaranteed to give you a rocket launcher. I'm sorry again about that noise. I gotta lower my there we go. My cell phone. I apologize about that. But yeah, RPGs are still in the game, but they're barely ever seen at all. They need to put them in supply drops, at least in Team Rumble, at least. From Spider Extra, he says there's a reason why there are pros. They should be professional at the game, and they are just being stuck-up snobs. Everyone's a stuck-up snob in the community, though. Like, I can't say the pros are the only negativity about the community. It's everyone. Every part of the community in Fortnite is negative in one way or the other. It can't just be the pros. And I refuse to only say it's the pros, because I've seen a ton of players that only care about like the fun of the game. They're not the nicest people either. So I don't want to say it's only pros, but I feel like because they have such high influence, it inspires people to almost kind of act the same way they do, which isn't really a good thing. AirPods Pro says Renegade Raider comes back. ITalkFortnite. I feel like we just had this. I did not say that. I forgot to say it for the Blaze skin, but I did not. From Morgan Ridgill, he said, I don't move my phone for however long the podcast lasts, so when I finally go off YouTube, it's burnt into my screen. I'm sorry. Especially the light on Power's left shoulder and the number of the podcast, and I love the content. Thank you so much, Morgan. I appreciate that kind comment. Thank you. From Cool Kitsune, he says, do you think they will release the Summer Games event this year, meaning like the 14 days of summer? Yeah, I think they will when they're on the break for 2 weeks. I think that would make the most sense. From R&B's Art, he says, the map will be better when the water decreases than the cars. Yes, I cannot wait for the cars. I'm very, very, very excited for the water to like go down to the point where we can drive cars. That'll be great. Okay. From Joe Joke Ramen, he said, so currently Talocan is around level 90. That's really something while I'm sitting here at 35. He currently is level 119. Now he's currently around 150, and I'm currently level 55. I don't know how recently this was edited, but that's kind of insane. That dude, I don't know how he does it, honestly. From Bra Inc., he says, I love the podcast. Thank you so much, Bra. I appreciate that. From Sicko Joseph, he said, I just some recommendations from a fan. Having one Save the World part in the podcast would be really cool. If I had stuff to talk about regarding Save the World, I totally would. But I don't want to talk about it if I don't know what I'm talking about. Once I actually learn more about it, maybe I will, for sure. From Icy Plays, one of them wears Peely. Am I a joke to you? Wait a minute. I'm so confused by that. I'm assuming it's talking about the loser fruit thing. My bad. From, it's Tomato Head. Oh, it's Tomato Head, not Peely. My bad. My bad on that. Sorry about this for the back bling for loser fruit. From Dylan Hammer, he says, the plop noise you talked about is a sound from Naruto. I was a huge fan of that as a kid, and I recognize those sounds. Oh, the plop noise from the loser fruit videos. That makes so much more sense now. That really does. Thank you so much for the comment. Now I know. From Alex White, he says, he knows of my existence. No problem, Alex. No problem. From Immortal Tuna, he says, as a Chomp Senior main, this is one of the best battle passes for me. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the stuff in the battle pass will totally work with Chomp Senior without a doubt. It's a really interesting main, by the way. I'd never see it ran, ever. From Evan the Sloth, I really wish that they started selling backbling separately more, because as someone who only gets V-Bucks from Save the World, it sucks to see a backbling you like and not want to waste your V-Bucks on a skin only for a backbling. I feel you on that. I think that'd be a cool idea if they did do something like that. Doubt they'll ever do it, because I think it would mess up with the coding way too much, because they'd have to split the codes, I think, to make it so you only buy one or the other, and then it would make it impossible to gift it. I'm not entirely sure how they could do it, but I think it'd be cool if they kind of did that. But yeah, they kind of expect you. The thing is that most of the time, the skin is more worth than the back bling, and they're trying to sell you the skin and not necessarily just the back bling. The only times they ever do that is when it's sold separate. But that's how I think about it. From Master Key Gaming, when I heard about the Icon series and who should be in it, I was thinking Lachlan or Pizzo. Said the same thing, so I can agree. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. From 4ZXQ, I said, I got excited when I saw the new ITF upload, but it's 2 hours long and I'm too tired. I guess I'll watch it tomorrow. No problem, dude. Let's see. Myth said, you better say when Molten Renegade is out, say I feel like we just had this. I totally forgot. I totally forgot to say that. That's my fault. From Cat Percent, he said, me at the beginning of the video. I hope this is short. Me at the end of the video. Why can't these be longer? It's weird how we think about videos sometimes. From Caleb Alexander, he said, just want to thank you for these podcasts. I needed some distraction in my life right now, and I love your content. Caleb, thank you so much for your kind comment. I greatly appreciate it. From Crix over on YouTube, he said, I like how fast ITF posts item shop vids. It's 4 minutes after every shop, and I look forward to it every day. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. From Quasarius, he said, how do you feel about the Meowscles becoming another meme skin like Peely? I don't think it's a bad thing that he's kind of becoming a new skin like that. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I think it's fine. I wish I just ran Meowscles more. From Popstar Rowlet Rohan, he said, I couldn't get into the event. It was still really good though. I'm glad you enjoyed seeing the event somehow, even though you couldn't get in. I feel bad. Again, people that just flat out couldn't get into the event. I feel bad. From Lionel G, I would like a Music Fresh skin. That'd be cool. Fresh especially. That dude grinds out the game. Let's see. Alter Raid. Guaco has eyelashes. Also, his sign is in the background when you load up the game. Hope his shop will come back. Interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you. Sporty Z-Mech. Beginning of the podcast was peace and love, and I talk Fortnite.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Thank you for your comment. From Garrett Newton. You know this is one of the perfect ways to relax, in my opinion. I appreciate people saying that. I got a lot of comments on my phone of people telling me like they like listening to the podcasts because it helps them relax. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. AW Tenders. Oh boy, 2 hours content I can listen to. Thank you so much for the comment. I've gone insane, said I made a list. I felt that. I forgot why I said I made a list. Oh no, I think Pizzo said he made a list of things to talk about. He's really funny, honestly. From Vampire FNAF, he said, I understand it was a true mistake and thank you for going out of your way to apologize about the loser fruit skin. I was so nervous. I was like, I really thought it was coming out that day, and it turns out it was coming out the next day. A lot of confusion there. So I do greatly apologize for that because I don't try to mislead people. That's the last thing I want to do. So yeah. Lil Wonka said, I'm still annoyed that I was in the game, but the event just didn't start for me. That's terrible. I can only imagine how people felt. They got in and it just didn't start. Sorry to hear about that. And then from Love YT, he said, I love how I talk is so chill and it's just someone to listen to in the background. I also watch every item shop video every morning or night. Thank you so much, Love YT, for that. I appreciate that. That is going to be it for the podcast. I'm just going to end it here because I can't even talk normal voiced right now. And it's very obnoxious that I can't do that. So I'm just going to end it here.
Yo,
I just
got a message here.
I didn't mean to do that. No, I didn't mean to do that. My mistake there. I meant to do. Yeah, I'm going to end the podcast now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. Again, sorry I had to be kind of quiet near the end of it. Hopefully that doesn't happen again next podcast. Again, if you're listening on Spotify, check out my YouTube channel. It's called ITalkFortnite. Make sure you subscribe because I do post content daily. Liking the podcast always lets me know you guys enjoy the podcast. Leave a comment if you'd like for me to answer a possible question. If you'd like to use me for support a creator, my code is ITalkFortnite. I greatly appreciate everyone that uses that code. You can follow me on Twitter at ITalkFortnite, and you can follow me on Instagram, ICanTalkFortnite, and you can follow the podcast on Spotify. This has been ITalkFortnite, signing out. I will talk to you all later. See ya.
Peace and love. Peace and love.